Your favorite.
How about this?
Boy, don't you. What's up, T&V fam? Welcome back to T&V Nation. It's your girl, Tawana.
And your boy, Vaughn. And we are back with another video.
Yep.
Y'all know what day it is? What day is it?
Mental Health Monday.
Yes, ma'am.
Happy Monday.
And y'all already saw y'all saw the topic.
Yep.
So you know what we're talking about today.
Exactly.
But before we get into all that mess,
tell them what we eating over here.
we got this big old, delicious, beautiful salad
Yes.
that we're about to get into.
Colorful, tasty, with some salmon on top, y'all.
Good salad.
Good eating. Good eating.
We're trying to be
Good for a Monday. Being good today. You know, after a weekend of being bad with your eating habits, we like to start the week off a little healthier.
Mm-hmm. What's all them challenges y'all be having?
Exactly. Like we need a balance. So this is balance.
And we are being a little bad, if you can call this.
We are.
This little 5.8% thing bad.
Oh, it's almost 6%. Hey.
Oh.
Hey.
Wine cooler range.
A little margarita wine cooler type of thing.
Let me open yours.
Yeah, thank you. I'm so hungry, y'all. We didn't eat all day.
It's a shame.
I'm ready to eat. Thank you.
Give this a taste.
Guess might as well start with that.
Lemonade. Tastes like Smirnoff Ice or something.
It does. Bless you.
No COVID. Get some dressing.
Mm-hmm.
You got the dress. You're the holder of the dressing.
Am I? The dressing holder, huh?
Mm-hmm. Did you shake it? Shake it up.
Mm-hmm.
Shake it what your mama gave you. So what y'all eating today?
Come out.
What y'all eating on today?
I don't know how much you want.
And how was your weekend?
Let me get my napkin. Ooh, you with these one napkins, honey.
I gave you two.
You know I don't count this two. This is like to me one whole one. Yeah, 2 halves equals a whole.
You need more than that for a salad?
I need more than that for everything. I put a napkin on my lap, and then I put a napkin next to me on the table, and I use them both.
Go get your nose.
No, I think I'll be okay. I need another one. I'm gonna go get another one, y'all. Y'all gonna have to excuse.
You know, I like to mix my salad up, but I guess I can't do that. Do it like this. Are y'all like that? Y'all like you eating your salad layered?
See? That's why we even know neither that on there.
Yeah, because it's gonna keep moving. Y'all like to eat your salad layered or mix it up?
That's the question, to mix or not to mix. I know people have strong feelings about that. Mixing your salad up or just leaving it as it is and just digging in. I do both.
I toss your salad, baby. I toss your salad, girl. I toss your salad, mama. I toss your salad, girl.
Sometimes I mix, sometimes I leave it.
That's why I used to hate. Y'all remember the restaurants that had salad bars, or the restaurants that are salad bars? They used to give you a big old bowl to put your salad in. And then all of a sudden, I guess they realized that allows people to get too much food. So,
When you do a thumbnail, we should have did it before you mixed up your salad.
so you wait. So yeah, so they started giving you a plate. It ain't about not being able to put that much on there, not to me, because I mean you can go back. It's about now it's hard to mix it, because when you get to mixing, stuff falls off the side of the plate, and that gets on my nerves, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
What you like to do? When you say you do
like
both?
I said, it depends. If I have like a really chopped salad, like they give you I love Subway salads because they chop everything up so perfectly, and then they shake it and mix everything up, and I have something like that. But if I have bigger vegetables in my salad, I don't necessarily like to mix it. Because I like to choose when I'm going to eat those vegetables kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, if they mixing it for you, then that's different.
Well, because some people don't get theirs mixed. I'm dropping stuff. I'm always dropping stuff.
But if you go to the salad bar and you making it yourself,
Do I mix?
you gotta
Depends.
mix it yourself.
It's good, y'all.
At Subway, they got that thing where they run it over the salad and chops it up.
Everything is chopped so perfectly. I love Subway salads. So that you get everything in every bite. That's why I love a chopped salad. We didn't chop this one up like that. But it's mixable. You know what I mean? It's enough to where you can mix it.
So your greens and stuff be chopped up in there.
Yeah, your greens be chopped up in there. Everything is chopped up together. And it's so good. Ooh.
I don't mind chopping screwed.
Who in H-Town? Y'all like that chopping screwed, huh?
Didn't we
Crouton's good. What y'all eating on today? I didn't ask y'all. Tell me what y'all eating on. Put in the comments below.
I asked them what they ain't answer.
You asked him? I didn't hear him ask y'all. Did y'all answer? If y'all didn't answer, then y'all need to put it down below and answer now.
They ain't saying nothing.
Y'all, we don't ask just to ask. It's not a rhetorical question.
Right? We actually want to know.
We want to know what y'all eating. Like, it's exciting to know what people are eating. Why do you think we're food mukbangers and we're part of the community and we watch y'all eat? Because we want to know what y'all eating.
And even those of you who are not part of the community. Y'all,
Especially y'all, because we don't know what y'all eat.
y'all still eat, don't you?
And we don't know what y'all eat if you're not part of the community because we never see you eat. It sounds good.
Those of you who are mukbang couples, which one of y'all eating with your non-dominant hand? We can tell sometimes because we see the rings.
Struggle.
And you see the awkwardness in the way, you be trying to eat stuff.
Y'all like a good salad? What y'all like on y'all salad? I like a good salad. I was thinking, as I was fixing the salad, it'd been good to chop some eggs up in here.
I don't think about that.
Look at all that. So good. That would have been good. But it was too late when I thought about it because I was like, oh, it's time to eat now.
You know they're eating with their non-dominant hand if they keep switching arms. When they switch to that arm that's in the middle, that's the one they really do want to eat with.
You can eat with it. We both can.
Oh, put you in the face?
Don't nobody eat like that. You telling me you really eat like this?
Eat like this.
Hey, but you don't eat like this. Look how I'm eating.
Look how I bring my hand. I gotta look all on your titties.
You don't have to. Look. There's no one next to me. I'm literally eating like this. I'm not.
So if I eat like this, like you doing, look how I'm gonna be touching you.
That's fine. It doesn't bother me.
That's weird.
To you?
I'm gonna be bumping you and stuff the whole while we eat. Ain't that why y'all do it?
It don't feel weird to me. What's my onion on there? Ooh, ooh, ooh. And we got, okay, so y'all know we got no salad because we didn't tell you. We got organic spring mix for our greens. We got some shredded carrots. We got some green peppers. We got some red peppers. We got some red onion. We got some tomato. We got some mushrooms. We got some bacon bits. We got a blended topper of nuts. And we got some cherry tomatoes. And we got some croissants. And then, of course, we got the salmon on top. It's delish, honey.
And I got some banana peppers. You said that?
No, I don't like banana peppers. I mean, I like them. I gotta be in the mood for that flavor because I think that the flavor overpowers everything else.
So y'all,
So good.
What I was looking at
What?
this morning, some social media, and I see Cardi B
Baby,
took Offset back.
who was surprised?
I don't know when it happened. I just know I just saw it today.
Were you shocked?
No.
What'd you think?
I'm gonna tell you what I thought. We need to talk about this. This need to be our mental health.
He did, y'all. He
Monday
said
topic.
that. And that's what we're gonna talk about.
Cause y'all, it really ain't about Cardi B or Offset. They're just an example.
Of
Toxic relationships. Now we just talked
I'm
last
gonna
week.
address him. Okay, I'm dressing.
We just talked last week about dealing with toxic family relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes the toxicity is in the marriage or the relationship, you know.
Why it come out like that? Come out faster than the other one. Now I gotta mix it for real. Cause it's way too much.
And okay, and then so we studied up a little bit on it, or a little more on it. Come to find out, she claimed she never had any intention of divorcing him. She filed a divorce just to teach him a lesson. Y'all, I have always had an issue with people using the courts as a weapon. Whether it's child support or marriage or whatever. You bring them people in your life, that ain't the same with divorce court. That's not really, child support, you bring them into your
Oh,
life.
no, wait, I'm sorry. Wait, when that feels to talk.
Ain't no more.
Sorry.
I'm not saying, don't get me wrong now, I'm not saying people should not file for child support. I don't want to get off on that.
Exactly.
But I do want to clarify.
Different topic.
But I do want to clarify what I'm saying, because I don't want y'all coming for me. If a couple,
I'm wasting stuff.
I'm
wasting stuff.
If a couple, y'all done got divorced or y'all never were married, you have kids, whatever the case may be, there's custody to be dealt with and child support and all that. If y'all can work that out between yourselves, you're the type of couple that, okay, our stuff didn't work out, we got to take care of these kids. If y'all can work that out yourselves, I think that's the best way to do it. That's just my opinion. If you can keep them courts out your life,
keep them people out your life,
and handle it on your own.
But she did it for a different reason.
We'll talk about that. Yeah, we'll talk about that in another video. But yeah, she did it for a different reason. So you filed a divorce to teach him a lesson. What lesson did she teach him?
She taught him she ain't ever going anywhere, and he can do whatever he wants. So y'all know she left him before. That was a threat. She came back. So she said, to explain herself, that she filed for divorce to teach Offset a lesson. So I guess she felt she had to take her threat to the next level. Like, I'm gonna put them people on you. I'm gonna serve you these papers so you can wake up and see this is serious. I will leave you. But then you come right back. So what have you really taught him? What you taught him is you're not gonna leave him. You've just greatly enabled his abusive behavior to you, because cheating is emotional abuse. So who taught who the lesson? So y'all, it just doesn't work like that, and that's why we want to talk about that relationship, because yeah, it's in the public view and people see this, and it might be some people in a similar relationship looking at that and thinking that's okay, thinking that's what they need to do, thinking, okay, well, Cardi B keeps going back to Offset, so I don't have to feel bad about keep going back to my cheating, abusive man. Like, what type of images do we want to put out there? What you're teaching him is that he does not have to change, and he can continue to do whatever he wants. So she can hang it up. Like, he ain't doing nothing different. Which she knew that to begin with.
Well, let's talk about the toxicity of it all, y'all, because it ain't just her filing for divorce as a weapon. That's not the only aspect of it that makes it toxic.
Mm-mm.
Like she just said, cheating is abusive.
Mm-hmm.
So you got this person that you said, I'm going to spend the rest of my life with you and only you. So you got them at home thinking you meant that. From the moment you said that, don't matter whether you said it in private to them or you said it in front of a congregation, y'all's family and friends, and in front of the clergy or whatever. No matter where you said it.
Mm-hmm.
They should be able to take you at your word. But then you keep proving to them over and over again, well, it ain't gonna be just you.
Mm-mm.
I got other interests out here, and I want to dibble and dabble every now and then. I want some entanglements. That's just who I am. That's just what I do. That's abusive.
Yeah.
And it's toxic to keep doing that to the person you say you love.
And it's toxic for the person who's the victim of that to keep accepting it. Mm-hmm. So there is toxicity.
Oh, she put her neck into that one.
Yes, I did.
I saw that at the corner of my eye.
It's toxic on both sides. And of course, she's still the victim. He's still to blame for his behavior. And she's likely a product of whatever environment she came from where those types of relationships are normal. So I'm sure, I don't know for a fact, but I can say probably she saw those types of relationships maybe in her own home. I know from the type of environment she claims she grew up in, she probably saw a lot of dysfunctional relationships, a lot of chaos, a lot of drama. So not only does that become like familiar and normal, but a person who has been exposed to that for so long, they begin to want that. They begin to desire that. To them, that's what a relationship is supposed to be like. So, yeah, it's toxic on both sides. And the reality is, he is not going to change, okay? He has shown you that. So, the victim of that, it could be the man. Sometimes the man is the victim of the abuse. But the victim needs some help and some insight into understanding that this ain't healthy. Like, this is not good for me. This isn't good for the relationship. This isn't good for our child. They got a child together. Mm-hmm. So the target of change really is with the victim. Like, if you can get the victim to open their eyes and see you don't deserve this, you need to do something about it. Because expecting the person to, let me tell y'all, expecting the person who's abusing you to just stop ain't going to happen, period. Y'all might not agree, but I'm telling you they're not. Now, people can get some help. People can go to therapy. People can try to understand what's fueling their behavior. But they're not just going to stop on their own, and they're not going to stop because you're throwing some divorce papers at them or some other type of threat or ultimatum. No, that change has to come from a deeper place. So it's just very, very toxic, and it's sad to see because, like we said, a lot of relationships look like that, and Cardi B is in the public light.
Two more points I want to make, y'all. Since you pointed out the public light, ever since the advent of social media, we as the public have come to expect drama. With all the reality shows with people allowing us into their lives, into their living rooms, and all of that, it's like all of this stuff is drama. And so I think we've taught celebrities also, this is what we need to see from you. In order for you to remain relevant, you need to keep the drama coming. And so then they come to see it as,
they create it sometimes.
I ain't created an album in a while. We got to do something.
Exactly.
People ain't really talking about us no more.
Yeah, we got to put something out there.
That's toxic, y'all.
It is. Yeah.
Imagine walking around thinking you got to create drama to keep your job going, basically. But
that's a pretty sad situation.
And then the other point, you talked about the daughter. She's learning some things. First of all, she's learning. This is what I can expect from men.
Exactly.
This is what they do. That's normal. What she sees in her mom is, this is how I'm supposed to handle this. I'm supposed to keep forgiving and maybe up the ante every now and then, do a little something deceitful so I can teach him a lesson. Maybe now he'll see. But the whole point is, I'm trying to get him to change. Mm-hmm. And I'm showing him I'm willing to stick with it. Mm-hmm. That's what the child is learning.
She is.
So it's just toxic all the way around, y'all.
Generational dysfunction, y'all. Mm-hmm. That's how it happens. Generational trauma. One generation is passing it down to the next. It really needs to be stopped. Mm-hmm. It's sad, but it's so common, y'all. This happens in lots of families. I would probably go so far as to say most, right?
Most?
Yeah, most families are dysfunctional and pass down their dysfunction to generations. You would disagree?
Damn, most?
Yeah. I would say most.
That's a damning viewpoint.
It's not damning.
You think most families are dysfunctional?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's not a damning viewpoint. It's an awakening viewpoint. It's an opportunity for people to look at their families and say, is this my family? If it is, I don't want to pass it down to my kids. It ain't damning. It's actually an opportunity for healing, for growth, to create more healthy attachments and healthy family relationships. It ain't damning at all. The point is to become aware.
I mean,
let me tell you.
Yeah.
And this is just me, and this is anecdotal. Y'all, I'm not saying most families are dysfunctional, as in I've researched this and I have a statistic to throw out. I'm saying based on my own anecdotal experience. Just that means basically just my experience and my opinion based on things I've seen. In my opinion, from what I've seen, there have been more families than not that are dysfunctional. And I'm not just talking about clients, of course. I'm talking about people in general. Families and people that I've gotten to know from all different types of families. Mm-hmm. I feel like having a healthy family system is more of an exception than the norm. What y'all think? I want to know what y'all think about that. Put it in the comments. And really, like I just told him, I'm not trying to be damning. I'm not trying to be discouraging. I'm really trying to get people to look at their own family dynamics and just see if there are things that maybe you don't want to pass down to future generations, and you have the ability and the power to change that. That's all I'm saying.
Now, how are you defining dysfunctional? I think it's important to clarify that. Like, either how are you defining it or give some examples.
Examples, the cheating. Mm-hmm. Examples, abuse. Examples, addiction as being enabled. Mental illness as being untreated. Emotional neglect. The parents are doing their own thing and not providing what the kids need emotionally. That creates attachment trauma. Withholding secrets. Those family secrets that a lot of families have. And they withhold them. And they're very meaningful, significant things that really need to come out. Families who hide who the biological parent is. And the kid is raised thinking my stepdad is really my biological dad. Or maybe they've adopted a kid, but they don't want to tell them the truth. So, to me, any family where there is not complete, open, honest communication, healthy, emotionally supportive attachments, and of course, if there's drama, addiction, all those other things I named, to me, that's considered dysfunctional. What do you think? Well, how would you describe a dysfunctional family?
I mean, I agree with your examples. I guess I'm just stuck on this idea that, okay, so let me say this. I think most, if not all people, can look back on their childhoods, and even if they don't see dysfunction, even if they don't see abuse, all the things you just named, let me get through this.
All right. I don't want to forget what I'm going to say, because that's very, very important. What you just said.
Which part?
That they don't see dysfunction. Like that's a huge
okay, but
part of
that's
dysfunction.
That's why I changed it.
Okay.
Even if they can't look back and say, well, let me get back to what I was about to say. I think most, if not all, people can look back and say, at the very least, I wish my parents had done this, or I wish they hadn't done that, but I don't feel damaged by it. I don't. It's not. It didn't traumatize me, or whatever. I think most, if not all, people can at least say that. But when I think of dysfunction, I guess the reason I said damning earlier is that it seems a little sad, I guess.
It is sad.
To say. For most people, it ain't just that. It ain't just, I wish they had done this, or I wish my dad had been around, or I wish, whatever.
Well, again, it goes back to definition of dysfunction. If a child is a product of abandonment, I call things what it is. I think it's probably, look, I ain't trying to step on nobody's toes, let me tell y'all. But I think many people probably say, yeah, my dad wasn't around, but I'm okay. That you may be. I'm not saying just because you came from a dysfunctional family. And I will say, often those things are carried on to different generations, especially. Yeah, it's just a lot. It's complicated. It's a lot of layers. But if a child was abandoned in any way, and they feel that loss and that abandonment growing up as a child, then that creates dysfunction for that child. And that, in a sense, where one parent has abandoned the family, I would call that a dysfunctional family. Now, and that's the reason I pointed out what you were saying is that, yeah, many people don't see it as such.
Well, okay, but that's why I changed it, because I knew.
No, but I was about to say,
wait a minute, that didn't come out right.
Well, I was about to say something else, not just about that. Not that people don't always see it, but you might come out of that situation feeling like you were okay. And you may be okay. That does not mean that
you weren't affected.
It doesn't mean you weren't affected, for one. And it doesn't mean just because let's say you were not affected, it doesn't mean it wasn't dysfunctional just because you were not affected. I mean, it is what it is. Abandonment is abandonment. You can say whatever you want. You can make it, you can sugarcoat it. And in some cases, you might feel like, well, I was better off without that person in my life.
What was that?
My phone. And that's a possibility. But the reality is abandonment is abandonment. And for the most part, it affects children the same way. And often that loss of that attachment is felt later in their lives as they start to develop their own relationships. And you'll start to see some of those issues come into play. So just because you may not feel affected by it does not mean, number one, that it has not affected you or that it's not going to affect you. And secondly, not being affected by it does not mean it was not dysfunctional. Make sense?
I get what you're saying.
It's my favorite topic, y'all. I mean,
okay, I knew we had to jump on this.
Toxic relationships, that's what I do. That's what my other YouTube channel is about. I mean, that's my thing. So, and also, the origin of that. I think that's so important. Because that's where the healing and the growth takes place, is by identifying the origin and fixing that. But, yeah. But I don't know. And getting back to your point, and I'm sure I'm going to let you talk and eat some salad. I don't know anyone. And this takes me back to, I can't say, well, I feel like most families, but I could absolutely be wrong. Haven't done a study or survey. Let me say I don't know anyone who's in a toxic relationship or who accepts that being in that type of relationship who did not have their own dysfunctional family of origin. You learn that somewhere. If you come from a healthy family, do you think someone, because I'm asking you for your opinion, do you think someone from a healthy family would choose toxic partners and even stay in those relationships?
Probably not.
I don't think so either. What y'all think though?
Well, no, y'all's thoughts.
I got a lot of salad
And
left. I'm running my big mouth.
I'm gonna say this too, because she said earlier, like, I don't want to step on nobody's toes. We already know. Talking about mental health topics, at some point somebody's toes are gonna be stepped on. But we want y'all to know, these are sensitive topics, and part of what makes any type of dysfunction so powerful is that the family maintains it.
Mm-hmm. That's what makes it dysfunctional.
And you don't want to. When you get the itching,
mm-hmm.
somebody get the rubbing this a little bit, and you get the itching. You want to scratch that itch.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, y'all talking about something that So we already know. But what we want y'all to know is the things we talk about come from a place of, well, first of all, it's our own experience, but also personal experiences, but also mostly our professional experiences and expertise. It's coming from that place. And we share it with y'all because we care about y'all, and we just talking to our people about our stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes some people sitting out there. I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm gonna use an analogy. So somebody told me one time that they heard a preacher. Somebody told me that a preacher told them that church exists not just to comfort the afflicted, but to afflict the comfortable, or something like that. It's like you sitting around comfortable in your dysfunction, and comfortable in your dysfunctional beliefs, and comfortable in the thought that everything is fine, everything was fine. Well, some of this stuff is going to upset that. Some of this might force you to think about, maybe everything wasn't peaches and cream.
If you feel something, some type of way, when you hear messages like this, reflect on that. Mm-hmm. Kind of ask yourself, what am I feeling? What are some of the reasons I might be feeling that? Mm-hmm. Because if something is like touching you the wrong way, that means something. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Damn. I think you pushed some of yours over here.
Mm-hmm. Matter of fact, I think you've been pushing. Look at yours all the way over here. Mm-hmm. You've been pushing it this way.
I probably steal some of yours.
I'll eat it. So y'all, we're gonna get up off this. But the main point is Cardi B.
Oh yeah, back to that.
Cardi B and Offset are just an example.
Yeah.
I don't see them as anything special case or anything, just because they're celebrities. They're an example of a bigger problem.
Toxic relationships is a big problem. Mm-hmm. But that's actually a symptom of a bigger problem. So
hey, I'm gonna tell y'all another thing. If y'all got teenagers or young adults, everybody got teenagers or young adults in their family somewhere, right? If it ain't your kids or stepkids, maybe they're your nieces and nephews, cousins, whoever. Like, educate them. Don't be afraid to share your knowledge and your wisdom with them. They don't want to hear it. But if they look up to you and they respect your opinion, they do care about you. Especially when you start sharing your experiences with them. And you're like, look, I've been where you've been. You got daughters, nieces. You're a guy. You that uncle, you that dad, you that stepdad. You can say, look, I can tell you why that young man is doing what he's doing. Because I used to do the same thing. Just the game he running. She may not listen. But once he do what you told her he was going to do, guess what? If she can drop that pride, she might come back and say, you know what, you right.
Yeah, you're right.
So anyway, y'all. We're going to close this video out. We almost out of food, so y'all know what that means.
Yeah, I'm still eating, but...
Make sure y'all hit that subscription button.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at it and it's red, click it, tap it. Turn it gray. Hit that notification bell right next to it so that you know every time our videos come out. Thumbs up this video and share this video.
Yeah.
We will see y'all on the next one. All right, with the amen in. T&V Nation out.
Bye.